Hello, everyone. Welcome to Linden-Linthicum United Methodist Church. Last week, we had several services for various parts of our people in our family of faith who had lost loved ones, including Sharon's mom. Sharon's mom had a little Bible that she had used, and it had tiny little print. It was a tiny little Bible with tiny little print. We looked at it, and because Sharon was looking for favorite scriptures maybe that her mom had, she didn't mark anything, but she had some ribbon markers in various pages. And so we found out what pages those were, and I looked them up on a larger Bible like this one so I could read it. And one of the passages that was marked was Psalm 78. Psalm 78 is a fairly long psalm. I'm certainly not going to read you the whole thing, but the very beginning of it said something that seemed really important to me. And I'm not sure if that's the part that really spoke to Sharon's mom or not, but it spoke to me and spoke to Sharon, and so that's the part that we read. And I want to share it with you. It's the first 4 verses from Psalm 78. It says, "Give ear, O my people, to my teaching. Incline your ears to the words of my mouth. I will open my mouth in a parable. I will utter dark sayings from of old, things that we have heard and known that our ancestors have told us. We will not hide them from their children. We will tell to the coming generation the glorious deeds of the Lord and his might and the wonders that he has done." Now, we thought about that in the context of a life well lived and someone who has now gone to the Lord, but I've thought about that since then and thought about what our responsibility is to our children. And even if we don't have children, to the people who are younger than us, who are coming up behind us. Bishop Joseph Yakel, who served this conference for 12 years, once said that the Christian church is always only one generation from extinction. Now, I'm not sure if he said that first, but he said it, and I remember him saying it. And that's the truth, isn't it? Suppose the disciples, the first disciples, hadn't told the story, hadn't told about what Jesus had told them. And so in this psalm, it talks about the people who were the chosen people and how the stories were told generation to generation. We will tell to the coming generation the glorious deeds of the Lord and his might and the wonders he has done. So my question to you and to me is, when's the last time you told somebody younger than you, someone that you might be helping form in the faith, about the wonders of the Lord and his might, the things that God has done for you, just as perhaps, and I hope and I believe, someone did for you, someone told you about what God had done for them, and now it's your turn to pass that along to someone who's younger than you, who is forming their faith. What is your testimony to share that with somebody else? It will matter a great deal that you have done it, both for that individual and for the community of faith. Let's all share the glories of God with someone. Amen.